Hello everybody, welcome to the CTC Cup Series Week 3 race at Daytona International Speedway. I'm joining you here in CTC RN for Season 5 of the CTC Cup Series. Again, it's Week 3. Got some drivers out putting their qualifying laps in right now. About 5 minutes qualifying, about halfway through right now. Trenton Sneed sits on the pole with a 49.30. One of the drivers, Calvin Salakane, he's running up for his second lap. A lot of these guys are running high on the first one, building some speed. Got wound up for the second one, and you see Dustin Franklin, top of the board with a 48.92. Trenton finishes his second lap. He will jump up to the top of the 48.9 flat. Best lap so far. Newton as well, he'll sit in third. Piccarello puts his car in fourth. Well, Spark looking like he's gonna go for a ride right here. Oh boy. He's getting the racket out of the way before the race starts. On there, he put in the lap. Hayden Lowell to the top of the board, 48.86. First driver to jump into the 8/10 bracket. Put his 6700cars.com machine on the top of the board. Got about a minute left. 16 drivers putting in a lap. Easily out there putting his lap in. Just finishing up. Well, 11th. Like Giglio now, he's starting out his laps. Gonna cut it close. Get on board, show you a lap at Daytona. I don't think he has time for a second lap. I don't think he knows. Guess we'll see. This is one of our tracks in oval racing that is completely flat out, so it makes for some interesting close side-by-side racing, but it can get messy. Obviously in qualifying, I mean, you basically put a brake on the gas pedal, not much more to it. He's not gonna be able to finish this lap. Fortunate there for Blake Giglio. He'll start 17th. Didn't time it right. All right, 45 laps today on this 2.48 mile racetrack. 75 degrees. A little bit of wind, but shouldn't play too much of a factor. Our grid tonight. On the pole, Hayden Lowell. Already won a race this year at Auto Club. He's been fast all season. Plate tracks, no different. Starts on the pole here. Right beside him, Trenton Sneed. Very good plate racer, very good racer overall. He'll start second next to Hayden Lowell. Third place is going to be Ethan Evers in that Michael Waltrip looking machine. Dustin Franklin starts fourth. It looks like his debut in the Cup Series. Good debut out here at Daytona. Should be a good time. Mike Christopher starts fifth. Cody Brown sixth. Newton in seventh. Mike Edwards in eighth. As you move back on beyond the fourth row, we got Jake Pickerel in ninth. Zach Swicegood starts next to him in 12th. Sorry, Tanner Speakman 11th. Zach Swicegood 12th. Will Spark in 13th. Back to these guys. Nice paint there. I like that forward number. Beyond that, Daniel Llewellyn 15th. Sean Derryman 16th. Blake Giglio, you saw he didn't finish his last qualifying lap, so he's going to start 17th. Harry Grindell making his I think first start other than the clash of the season. He missed the first 2 races, but he's here for Daytona. Good race to start out with. Stephen Farr starts 19th. Beach 20th. Mullins is going to start 21st. Jonathan Leach 22nd. For our last guys here in the field, we got Matthew Minnick 25th and Shane Wilden in 26th in our field. Drivers head off pit road. One lap to green here. Should be an exciting race. Highest car count of the season, I think, by a long shot. So 26 cars should be interesting here at Daytona. Definitely not one of the cleaner tracks to race an oval, especially. So a lot more cars, a lot of new drivers. Probably going to be a shaky start, but they could surprise me. Never know. But as they come out of turn 4, head to the restart zone. And Lowell will lead them there. Barney with the green in the hand.
Green flag.
The green flag is out. Side by side up at the front for now. Trenton C with a good run on the outside, but Hayden Lowell has the bottom. He'll make a good run back. Make it side by side again. Be interesting to see how these cars shape out tonight. In the past, these Gen 6 cars, the package is not allowed for good side-by-side racing, but iRacing has done some updates. Steve Trenton C and Dustin Franklin just about clear. Dustin doesn't look like he cleared enough, but Trenton will clear for the lead. He'll move to the bottom. That Nesquik racing machine. And Hayden Lowell jumps out in front of him, and he's going to try to take back the lead. Side by side still through lap 1 on the lap 2 of 45. So somewhat short race tonight, but with some yellows it could still take a little bit. So these drivers just probably want to say, you know, sit tight, don't cause any wrecks, maybe chill out a little bit. They're looking a little squirrely already. That's not what you want to see. Dustin Franklin, he's leading that outside lane. Looks like he's almost going to clear him. Well, not quite though. Hayden Lowell, as you can see, moved to the bottom in front of Trenton Sneed, trying to control the lanes. Kind of got a too wide pack forming here. Got some people in the back. Looks like they're just biding their time, avoiding that first wreck that will inevitably happen. There they are. Just behind the field. Right on board with Ethan Evers in 4th right now, 3rd on the inside lane. Good spot to be. Stay up front. Stay away from the wrecks. In the outside lane, they're getting a bit of an advantage right now, but they're going to move down. Michael Edwards stuck on the outside there of Alex Sheasley behind him, pushed him. Those Toyotas. Hayden Lowell still your leader. Turning halfway through lap 4. Daytona just one of those tracks, you know, if these guys don't want to make moves, they'll just sit there, kind of chill out. You know, obviously we got side-by-side racing still, but I think a lot of them are understanding there's not much to gain right now. A tenth of the way through this race. But if they stay green, it's going to move quick. In the outside lane. Kind of falling back right now. It's not what you want to see if you're in the outside lane, but it's exactly what you want to see if you're in the inside. It opens opportunities for the inside lane to jump back outside, and it also gets them away from a possible wreck. Lap 6 right now. Still a clean race. Oh, a little bit of movement up there on the top. Ethan Evers got sideways. Amazing they didn't wreck. Getting a good push from his LFG teammate, Michael Edwards. Car breakaway up front. Not going to last very long. Going to create a huge run for the guys behind him and on the outside. A lot of movement. There's that run I was talking about. Those guys behind those front three will jump out with that run. Like Christopher pushing Trent Sneed. They're not going to gain much momentum here. That outside line is struggling. But Giglio bails out. Really breaking up here through the center. If they're not careful, they might create a second pack. Need to make sure they don't side draft each other. Stay away, don't put any extra air on the spoiler. Make sure they don't lose those leaders, because once you lose them, they're going to need a caution. Dustin Franklin, your leader right now. I think he took it from Hayden Lowell. Outside line now pulling, I think with a little bit of a block from the bottom. Just like that, they're side by side again. Evers sideways, that's going to be a caution. Huge wreck. That's multiple cars, almost 10 or so probably involved. We got Trenton Sneed rolling in the grass. That all started when Ethan Evers got just a little bit sideways. They're still making contact. That was rough. Take a look back at that. I think we had some arc braking as well, unfortunately. Ethan Evers, he's already sideways here. We're going to back it up. Gets a good run right there. Gets a little bit of contact from behind. Back one more time. Just the contact. See the 45 behind him, and Will Spark just gets a little bit of contact in the right rear, and Ethan just can't gather it up. Comes back down into the 45, and man, what a wreck. We had multiple cars flipping there. I want to go on board with one of them. Go with Trent and Sneed. Cockpit view. His neck coated right there. He goes up and completely over. Just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. Well, unfortunate for those guys. It's like he's getting a push from his teammate just to get back to pit road. Andrew Beach there in the 81. I'm sorry, the 8. Trent Sneed in the 81. Drivers coming down pit road. Pulls one of them. Looks like most of the top 15, probably for some fuel. Could put them in a good fuel window to make it to the end of the race without stopping again. But you're seeing everybody pit, along with the guys who need repairs and such. Lots of drivers coming off pit road right now. Cody Brown comes out of pit road first. Drivers we may have towed. No, this guy's just taking repairs, fast repairs, such like that. Like Dustin Franklin may have had to tow. His car's pretty hurt. Trying to get repairs done. Meanwhile, the pace car coming to the beginning of pit road. Car turns the lights off. That indicates 1 to green here. Got it all sorted out. A little bit of confusion with iRacing, race control, stuff like that. But now, Cody Brown will be starting on the outside. iRacing has decided for some reason. So that's what's happening right now. We got the leader starting on the outside, even though there is no lane choice typically. He did not choose it. iRacing chose it for him. A-okay. Good round out of turn 4. After our first caution of the night on lap 13. Back going green. Cody Brown leads into the stripe. Hayden Lowell on his inside. Hayden with a beautiful start. He'll jump out in front of Cody. Turn 1, nice, slow and steady as they get up through the gears. They're about 190 right now. Gen 6 cars go real fast on these big tracks. Gonna pack, trying to move with Daniel along. Try not back a little bit. He's gonna avoid that wreck. Got the big one out of the way. Definitely the big one, I would say. Don't know how they can top that, but I'm not gonna speak too soon. I don't want to jinx it. And I don't know why I said anything. Hayden Lowell gets turned in front of the field, and that's even bigger. That's huge. Well, I'm officially retiring from commentating after saying that. Because they definitely stepped it up. Let's take a look back at that. Lowell starts on the bottom. The corner. Locks up to the 17. He moves down a little bit, just catches his left rear. I think Cody was just having a little bit of trouble slowing up for him. Couldn't stay behind him. That's just one of those Daytona deals. That was absolutely amazing. I hate to see, you know what, it's sim racing. We can say we love to see that. But I hate it for these drivers. A lot of them already used the faster car, I'm guessing. So that's probably going to end a lot of these guys' nights. There are only 16 laps in, so 30 laps to go, and a lot of them already out. Very unfortunate. Even far, he's in the lead for now, but I'm guessing he's going to take it out pit road. He's missing back bumper, front bumper's destroyed. Tanner Speakman as well, he's missing everything. Like Speakman will stay out. He's probably trying to get that lap lead. Very smart. We're going to get a wrecked car anyway. May as well get a lap lead. Gives you an extra 5 points for point steam. Everybody taking it down pit road. Literally everybody. Like, Alex Sheasley will make it off pit road first. He had a lot of retirements. His car is pretty hurt. Alan Salakade behind him, his teammate. His car looks clean. Hayden Lowell looks like he took a fast repair. John Derryman, Dex Weisgood, Craig Grindell, they're all taking quick repairs. So, Dick Pickrell may have not had one. I don't know how we have this many cars leaving pit road. They must have saved their quick repairs. Quinn Newton, Mike Christopher, Cody Brown. Guys sitting on pit road. I don't think they have another one, or they're saving it for the end. Like Giglio as well. Dave Hoytsman, his car is very hurt. Michael Edwards looks like has retired from the race. His car well destroyed. So, after 17 laps, probably close to only 20 cars remaining of 26. 22 cars, but we'll call it under 20 clean cars. Pace car lights are out, but nobody's there. Car with engine damage, front of the field. Fortunate for Matthew Minnick there. I think his engine has expired. With a relatively clean car, it's kind of weird to see, but sometimes iRacing just does iRacing things. So, leader of the field missing the front end. Outside of him, major front end damage. So this is going to be an interesting restart to say the least. Pace car rolls off. 73 will try to hit the gas, but I don't think there's going to be anything there.
Green flag, green flag.
Nope. He's moving to the middle. Not a good decision. This is going to get sketchy. So somehow everybody getting through that clean so far. 73 dropping way back. He's moving about 174 and the leader is already at 190. Clearly some engine damage there. I don't know how his expired. His did not expire and the one car did. One of those mysteries. But up front, Sean Darren, a 63 had the lead for the moment, but Will Spark on his outside will take it back. Hayden Lowell, who involved in that wreck, he's going to be behind him. They're making moves. Move down to the bottom. Zach Swayster now leading the outside lane, but there's only 3 cars up there. A lot of damaged cars just riding, trying to keep up with everybody, and they're not going to be able to do anything on the outside. Like they're 3 wide now. Good view of the pack here. Very spread out, completely single file. What happens when you get a lot of damaged cars and they're falling back. Will Spark out front though, getting his laps led. Hayden Low behind him, on board with the leader, Will Spark. They roughly exactly 16 cars staying with this pack. Doesn't mean they're all clean, it just means they were able to have enough speed to keep up. Oh, they're gonna go 3 wide right here. Drivers unhappy with each other. Understandably, a lot of them not really in this race anymore, and a lot of them involved in pretty much every wreck. I think both the wrecks involved everybody. So, not going to be happy with each other, obviously, and I think some of the issues they're having right now trying to keep up the field is just not helping. Up front, Will Spark getting pushed by Hayden Lowell. I don't think that's going to change for a while, although there are 3 cars on the top trying to change it, trying to get up there. Anything they got, but I don't think that 37 with Cliff Mullins is going to be able to do much. Got some front end and rear end damage. Quinn Newton gets passed by the field. What a contact! I think everybody was expecting to go to the apron there. But I think he's just trying to stay on the lead lap. I don't know if he saved his fast repair. It's the only thing I can assume. I mean, that car is deployed. Okay, I'm going to have to take a quick 10-second break here, so bear with me. Alright, we have returned. Sun sets here on Daytona. About 26 of 45, 20 to go now. Very single file through the field. Classic Gen 6 plate race. For a lot of these drivers eager to just finish this now with what has happened. Got 20 to go, 19 to go now. Will Sparks still out front. He's hunting for that most laps led bonus. That 45 machine. I think this is a good time for a crank it up, so enjoy. Hello, turn your TV down. We have returned from the crank it up. A lot of movement. The outside lane somehow got some speed. As Harry Grindell looks to take the lead. Unbelievable. The second I go to a crank it up, these guys decide to put on a show. 15 to go, 14 to go now at the line. Harry Grindell, your leader. They look to pass the lap car. They're 3 wide. That was close. That outside line. Alex Sheasley, the leader, getting pushed by Ethan Evers. Got a full head of steam. Harry Grindell goes up to block it. He saw the run. Harry with some good blocking was able to keep the lead. Alex Sheasley moved in behind him. But now Alex is going to move back up to the top. Harry doesn't know where to go. Couldn't block the top. He's going to move back down to the bottom. They're side by side as they move through the tri-oval. Alex Sheasley just leading that lap. Big wreck! Oh my goodness! In turn 1 again! They're still wrecking. Hayden Lowell involved in that secondary wreck. I don't know how that happened. Our blimp cam here. Oh, okay. It looks like the outside line. 15 car of Ethan Evers into the back car. Find it once again. Get it. On board with Ethan. See what he was seeing. There's a little shove, move to the outside, and just clips the back bumper. Did not lift in time. Same sort of deal as the other 2 wrecks. Guessing a lot of these guys a little too used to the next gen car they've been driving for the past year or 2. Gonna be some more tore up race cars. Ethan Evers, like he had to tow it. Boyd. Alex Sheasley, his car just pretty much just as destroyed as it was before. But Harry Grindell, Stephen Farr, and Will Spark, like one of the few to make it out of this clean. Sean Derryman, his car is pretty clean. Jonathan Leach, is a very clean car. Ben Sneed, looks like a little bit of damage, but maybe full. Like Christopher as well, a little bit of rear end, but clean. Sal Kane, Terrell, Dave Hoytsman probably going to get that car fixed up a little bit more. If Mullins is, yeah, I think he's calling it. That car not looking good. So a lot of the damaged cars are going to take it on pit road, either take a quick repair or try to get some of the optional damage fixed. Top 5 staying out. But Sheasley, he saved a quick repair. Oh, looks like he does not have one. Max Weisgood had one. Blake Giglio did save his. I was wondering about that. Andrew Beach as well. Clean car. So, guys coming back out. A good run to the finish. It has Dave Hoytsma in the lead. Road. Okay, there. Didn't know. Alright. The iRacing finally figuring it out. You have 11 to go. Go green with 9 to go. Grindell in the lead. Any clean cars remaining here. Kind of looking like this year's Coke 400 in real life. Start finish line. Pace car lights will turn off. 1 to green. Sorry, I haven't looked over there all night. I apologize. See, it's been active. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Your driver's still in here? Not many of them left. Oh, your driver's still got a clean car. He got to win. I'd love to know. Quinn Newton says he's been released from the infield care center. Quinn, would you like an interview? Alright, so Harry Gradell, your leader, Stephen Farr on the outside. He's missed the rear bumper, but the front is clean. That's all you need here at this track. So he's going to try his best and in the Cougar Uber. Okay. Gonna come out of turn 4. Carl dive left onto pit road. Gonna get this started after our 3rd caution of the night.
Green, green, green.
I'm so sorry I missed that. Alright, green flag is out. Huge jump from Harry Gradell. That 6 car maybe missed in a little bit of speed, or just not a very good start, one of the two. Like Christopher is just behind him. Kind of got stuck in that whole ordeal. Full spark now on the bottom. He's going to look to take that spot from the 70 of Harry Gradell. Hard motor down the backstretch. 9 to go. Daytona International Speedway. Lights have turned on. The sun is set. All that's left is to get a good finish. Full spark falling back a little bit. Oh, Mike Christopher. Huge wreck. Once again, down in the tri-oval this time. And that's going to collect everybody again. So, a disappointing 4th caution, a disappointing end to a night. Go back and take a look at that from our TV3 cam up on the spotter box. Like a bad push from the 33, and the 22 just couldn't save it. Mike Christopher, fortunate, I'm assuming, end to his night. Not much more to say about that. That's huge wreck, like we've seen 3 more times before this. With less than 16 cars remaining, would have hoped it would maybe be a little chill. I think a lot of problems were trying to get through the field when there were hurt cars. A lot of guys knowing that there's only 9 to go, I think the patience just ran out. Well, if that wasn't a wake-up call, I don't know what is. Ted says, let's get to the front, Trenton. Checking on Trenton. I don't know if he was involved in that. Looks like no. I think he had that damage already, so I think his car is looking alright. Not sure though, I'm not 100%. I can't speak for him. I don't know how well the car is driving. I don't know if it's got any engine damage, but I'm thinking if he can still drive out here after these many wrecks, doing a good job. Drivers coming down pit road. No staying out. Makes sense. There's 6 to go. And as with any CTC Cup Series race, in this season at least, 5, we have put in new rule. Green white checkers, there is no limit. Like most iRacing leagues, we go along with real life. There's no limit to the amount of green white checkers we can use. Last week we ran into this problem. I think we used 1, but didn't go any further than that. They finished clean, so hopefully we can do that again. Anybody missed the finish last week at Chicagoland, it was amazing. I suggest you go back and look at that. Completely different race from what you've seen here today. Chicagoland. Oh, it never disappoints. Always holds up, and definitely doesn't hold a candle to Daytona in prestigeness, but these drivers not out here at Daytona tonight, not having a good race. But I'll tell you who is having a good race. It's Harry Grindell out there up front, completely clean Toyota Camry, and that's one of the only clean cars left out here. Got Will Spark there, Jake Pickerel. I mean, got some contenders here. Blake Giglio, Trenton Sneed. His car's pretty clean, so not gonna call it over for a lot of these people, but might take a miracle with some of these cars I'm seeing. They're running through the tri-oval. They're going to take the 1 to green signal here. These car lights will turn off. You know the deal. Done 4 times tonight. I am going to do a quick interview with Harry Grindell before we take the green flag. Hey, Harry, let's look at some of the booth. Got me?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, you're starting up front after a crazy 45-lap race. About to come to the end here. What are you thinking up there leading up front with, there's some relatively clean cars behind you?
I'm thinking, oh god. I mean, this race has not been particularly clean so far. I'm not expecting it to change that, so I'm just going to try and work with Steven here and survive, and hopefully we can get one of these 2 cars in victory lane.
Well, that's always the hope, and I best wishes to you. Good luck, because I'd be surprised if we finish under green here after this yellow. So, yeah. Any other words to your competitors before we go into this absolute brawl?
Please don't kill me. Those are my words to my competitors.
All right. Well, that's some good words there. I'll drop it back down in your team chat. Good luck.
Top.
All right, so that was Harry Grindell. He sounds just as optimistic as I think he should be in this situation. He's seen what's happened so far. He knows what these guys are capable of. I'd be worried if I were him. But, you know, he's got a decent pusher behind him, somebody he knows. You know, it's, you know, you can't trust anybody these days, but it's good to have somebody you trust.
Green flag.
But they're going to take the green flag, and he gets a good jump once again. Not the greatest thing to have at Daytona, unfortunately. Got the 6 car hold up the 45. Down the backstretch, we have a wreck. Daniel Llewellyn involved. Biting down to the inside. No caution yet. Not on the racing surface, so we will stay green. Caution is out. Oh, we had more drivers involved, I think. Flag. What it was for. Don't think it was up front. No, it was not up front, so we'll have to go back. Hayden Llewellyn is on the bottom, but at the same time, Cody Brown and Zach Swites could get into it, so we'll go back and look at that as well. So sorry, that is not the camera I wanted. Alright. So we got Cody Brown on the outside. Gets turned by, I couldn't see the car number. Possibly the 47. And I think iRacing just deemed that was way too close to the racing surface. Oh yeah, that's going to be your 5th caution of the night. So, bit of confusion. Crew is leading right now. Alex Sheasley is out front. Harry Grindell, I think, just got an EOL. He might have a black flag for something. Not entirely sure. Harry Grindell going to the back. EO is, but here, I think he might have just got the broadcaster's curse talking to me. Second problem I've caused tonight, not even being in the car. Now we have Alex Sheasley out front, Will Spark. One to green here. Pace car lights are off. Our 5th caution of the night in this 45 lap race. We are on our first green white checkered. But you see the lap times, or lap count, not counting down, staying at 3 to go because it will resume at 2 to go when we take the green flag. We do have another caution before we take the white flag, also know there's 1 to go. We will rack them up, go for another caution until we can finish that first lap, take the white flag. From then on it will be green flag racing to the checkered flag. So anybody not familiar with the system, essentially we want to take the white flag here. Best case scenario, we finish with everybody still straight in a clean car at the checkered flag, but that's a tough task, especially at Daytona. Through the tri-oval to the restart zone. Alex Sheasley will lead him there, and the green flag is out. A good push from Blake Giglio, and that leaves Will Spark in the dust. They said 2 to go right now. Next time around, they will take the white flag if they can make it there. A lot of movement there in the back. Jake Pickerel making a move to the front. Blake Giglio gets left out. Those Wildfire teammates sticking together. Alex Sheasley is now out front. Huge run from the 8 and the 67 on the inside. We'll see if they can do anything. Only about a half a mile left until the white flag. They're going to do it. White flag is out. This race will finish under green to the checkered flag this time. Wildfire teammates still out front. The 2 and the 7. Alex Sheasley. But Blake Giglio giving a good push to the 67. Looks like Alex is going to go up to block. Those Wildfire guys, they're controlling the lanes. 3 wide almost. Jake Pickerel going to nose out in front of the 2 car, getting a good push from the 47. And up front, Jake Pickerel with a steady lead. Got to keep it straight. Coming to the checkered flag. He's got the 47 behind him. Will he make a move? 33 to the outside. The 47 stays in behind for the moment. That's going to be Jake Pickerel with the win. I think the 47 just made that move a little too late. He wanted it though. He gave it his best. But Jake Pickerel with the win. Congratulations to Jake Pickerel. What a race to the finish. They only needed 1 green white checkered. He rounds his way out of turn 4. Jake Pickerel locking his way into the chase. Jake burns it down here. Oh, he's going to get his teammates up there with him. They're all going to burn it down. Around his way up toward the front stretch. He's gonna burn that motor out, but he don't care. He got the win at Daytona. Once, as you can see, the Season 3 Championship 4 contender for the championship. Race was at Atlanta. I think this is his first career win in the CTC Cup Series, so congrats to him. Congrats to all the Wildfire guys. They drove a great race. Alex Sheasley played a big part in that win for Jake. I can please get Jake Pickerel, Harry Grindell to the broadcast waiting room, please. Whenever you Jake first, our winner, once he finishes up his burnouts. There's a blown motor from the 29. Jake Pickerel, it's Lucas up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, yep, I sure do.
Well, you drove a great race. You drove through the massive wrecks we had tonight. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling ecstatic. I actually was just at the track today, so I consider that my lucky charm.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, the fact that you even have a clean car right now is just it's a win in itself. And to get I think this is your first career win, correct?
With this, yeah, CTC, yeah, it is.
Yeah, your first career CTC Cup Series win. Congrats on that. You drove a great race. Tell us how it was driving in that field and also what the runs were like and stuff like that.
Yeah, so we did our usual strategy. We tried to stay together, and which, that happened sometimes, but it seemed like more often than not we were halfway across the field from each other. But we were usually in the back on those first wrecks, so I honestly don't remember what the first wreck, but that second wreck, Calvin and I we hung out in the back because we knew it was coming. So I had just used my fast repair. He had used his. So we're like, well, at this rate, we just got to pray for another wreck. So we were hanging out all the way back. And when we saw that caution, we formed our strategy. Thought about going 3 wide there too, but we were like, we shouldn't do that.
That was probably
in fact, the silly part is that I thought the race was over at 1 to go. And then I saw the white flag and I was like, oh. So I thought Alex got it. And then we disconnected there. And then I don't know what happened. I just zoned in. I didn't think I would actually make it.
Oh, that would have been a big mistake. I'm glad that didn't happen because you and Alex were hooked up. You guys pretty much came out of nowhere. It was awesome to see. You came up there, kind of shoved Blake Giglio out of the way, and then got up behind your teammate, and it was just on from there. You guys were controlling the lanes. Awesome to see. You got any other words, possible shout-outs?
No, just I want to shout out my teammates. Like, I mean, they're well versed in the 500. Calvin's won a 500, so we all know what we're doing here. I feel like we should have won last year's Daytona race, but that was kind of my fault. That was the first race in the next gen car, and I kind of blew going down pit road. So this makes up for that.
Yeah, definitely makes up for that. It's a great win. Drove a great race, and good luck to you next week at Dover. It's good to talk to you, and congrats on the win again.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, so looks like we don't have Harry Grindell. Talk to Dustin. Our waiting room. Finished second. Hey Dustin, it's Lucas in the booth. Got me?
I do. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. It was an awesome finish to this race. Got second. It was a tough night. A lot of big wrecks. Having a clean car at the end is what matters most, I think. But get a good second place finish in your first start. Awesome stuff. How'd you do it?
I don't know. What was it? The first wreck there, maybe the second. I got caught up in the fence and had a tow. So up until like 10 laps before that, I was 2 laps down. So, yeah. So it was a good run. Just pretty good at super speedways. Don't run this car much, but I guess they're kind of all the same. Once you figure out how to lock bumpers and get to pushing.
Yeah, these Gen 6 cars are kind of tricky, a little bit different than the other ones, but same concept, same sort of deal. And looks like the runs were plentiful tonight. I honestly thought you had him there at the end. Thought you were going to get up next to him, but
I thought about pulling out, but I was ready to get the race over with, and I don't know him, and I don't want that to be his opinion of me, is that I'm going to wreck him for a win like that, and hopefully he'd do the same for me. So it's just some give and take there.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's a good way to enter the series on a good note. Pushing a guy to a win. That was his first career win, so it's awesome to see for him.
Congratulations for him.
And one of our guys has been around a long time. So pushed a good guy to the win, and you had a good night as well. Great points night. Got any other words?
Yeah, I wanted to thank Ethan and Michael there. They brought me in. We were kind of teaming up there. They got taken out and had to use their fast repairs early. So I wanted to thank them for the invite here to let me know about the league. And I want to thank my sponsors, Fort Worth Screen Esports. Goose Graphics does all my graphic work for me. Not what I was running tonight because it's a weird car, but he makes all the rest of my graphics there for me. And that's it, man. I appreciate you guys, and I look forward to looking at the broadcast here later.
Well, I appreciate it. Glad to have you. Congrats on the second place finish tonight, and we'll see you next week. Over.
Appreciate you.
So, crazy night at Daytona. I'm going to call it here. I am tired. Apologies to anybody I wasn't able to interview. But I had a long day and race tough to watch a little bit, but good finish. Congrats to Jake Pickerel on his win tonight, and thanks to everybody who watched. We'll be able to do this without you, without our league members as well. But he did a great job. Aside from the wrecking tonight, I think they still drove a lot of green flag laps, a lot of good racing, and I'm glad to have everybody. So that's gonna do it for me. I'm Lucas Hoitzma, the CTC RN booth. Thanks for joining me at Daytona. We'll see you next week at Dover International. Sorry, Dover Motor Speedway. New name.